It's game time in Oakland as the crowds at Oracle Arena look to cheer on the hometown Warriors. Looking at Toronto, they took the win in their last game against the Sacramento Kings. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Scola out there with Damari Carroll. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. Rome in the paint. The shot by Lowry, no good.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, he didn't finish as strong in the postseason, but a terrific year.
Warriors on D, 4-point game. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And really the signature of that game was what they were able to do from a defensive standpoint, particularly on the low post.
Yeah, they were up in the air an awful lot in that paint area, getting their hands on shots, a lot of them, but if they didn't block them or touch them, they actually changed them.
Here's Curry, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Curry kicks to Barnes. He dishes it to Green. It's tipped. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, the sample size wasn't that big. I mean, 2 games, not a lot to go on. But they are 2 teams at the top of the pile in each of their conferences. And because of that, I expect it to be competitive.
Now DeRozan, after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. That drops. DeRozan's got his second basket of the night.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Curry against Lowry. Curry gets the bucket.
What handle? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
The Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Thompson against Lowry. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Draymond Green with the rebound.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Shot clock at 5. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And here's Barnes for 3. The shot no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Dwayne Casey. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We've got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Now, here's Bogut. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto, took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. He's really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. A new group in now for the Raptors. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Luis Scola. Ross, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. They retain possession. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Here's Spates, and the Warriors miss again. Raptors leading by 3. Joseph, the pass to Johnson. And there's the feed to Patterson. DeRozan with it. Barbosa picks him up. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
1:12 left to play in the first quarter.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
DeRozan's shot is good. 59 seconds left to play in the first. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And Green gets it to go.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And Joseph gets to DeRozan with the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Livingston.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it count.
Estes Ezeli, he's jacked in for Draymond Green. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. To the middle. Stolen away. And here we go with Barbosa. Heading to the hoop. That puts them in the lead.
Defense to start and ignite that play was terrific. And I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Here's DeRozan. They can't stop the run with that one.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get.
And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the body on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
And off we go, a close game. Now starting the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Johnson. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Carroll in at the 3. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break chance. Lowry dishes to Johnson. And fouled hard that time. No, get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Thompson. And guys, we saw a nice development for James Johnson last year. He was 59% from the floor. Closest he had ever come to that in his 6 years was 46%. What a dramatic arc improvement there.
Yeah, and I think it was all due to shot selection. He dialed back on the number of threes that he was taking the year before, and his percentage went up.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State. Toronto trailing. Lowry with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Boy, was he physical. I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over.
Thompson passes to Ezeli. Out to the right wing. Barnes kicks to Curry. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
And back to James Johnson. Yeah, he improved his shooting percentage, but the rest of his game has been kind of in a holding pattern. He's averaging neither highs nor lows in any other category, and that means to me he may have flattened out in terms of reaching his potential.
Curry against Lowry. Outside Curry. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Talking about James Johnson, the reality is he's a role player, like most NBA guys. He certainly can be a valuable role player, especially if he can shoot near 60% from the field again. But don't expect him to suddenly become LeBron. That's not his game, nor his ceiling.
Outside for Curry. He feeds it to Bogut. Golden State moving the ball around. And there's the pass to Ezeli. Tries yet again. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two. Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMarre Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. I think he's found a home now.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Toronto. Here's Green, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Green's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors. Raptors have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop.
And Carroll, an energy player who's developed a reliable three-point stroke. I mean, he can also hurt you in transition. He's got terrific size and athleticism, and he also really knows how to play without the basketball.
They double-team Curry. Passes it to Green. Thompson in the corner. Uncovered. Outside for Curry. On the wing, Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And the Warriors lead by 8.
And Carroll, by advanced stats, one of the most productive small forwards in our league. I mean, one thing I like, even as he's developed into a three-point threat, he still has an instinct for cutting to the rim off the ball when his defender turns his head. I mean, one of the things I think that allows his team to be so good is his understanding of how to play the game.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about it.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa is checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. That bucket in no time at all. And it's a 12-point Warrior lead. And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
Livingston dishes to Iguodala. And Barbosa has it in the corner. It's stolen by DeRozan. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. Got a piece of it. And they get it back. And now let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage. The Warriors, number 1. In fourth, the Raptors.
You know, Kevin, all season long, these are two of the most reliable teams when it comes to knocking down free throws. And that gives a team, a coaching staff, a lot of confidence, especially when you get in late games and it's close and tight. You're unafraid of getting to the free throw line because you've got confidence your guys are going to knock them down. And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas, high basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
Here's Livingston, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Outside Lowry. Top to Rosen. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's
Shooting for Golden State, Draymond Green. At the line for two.
Does it for the first half of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put. The first half went well, really well for Draymond Green. All right, and that'll do it for us here.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Well, last year Toronto won their division and got bounced out in the first round. Same result, Clark, they had back in 2014.
Yeah, but you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group.
It's Curry with the drive. Here's Green. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Green's got 16.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
And as you mentioned, the Raptors did improve last season. I mean, they cut back on their turnovers a lot. They were top 3 in the league in terms of taking care of the basket.
Warriors leading by 10. Outside Curry. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. DeRozan against Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Valanciunas.
And as you said, the Raptors took care of the ball a lot better and as a result had more assists. They also cut back on their fouls, and that was helpful. Little things like that made them much more competitive as a team and helped lead them to those 49 wins.
And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania club, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
Joseph, he's checked in for Toronto. Screen by Scoa. And Valanciunas penetrating. Makes it off the glass. Valanciunas has got 10.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Green kicks to Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out. Strong vertical. Might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound-a-game guy. I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Spates checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Toronto also making a switch. Johnson's checked in. Outside Curry. Pass to Green. 6 to shoot. The 15-footer. Joseph with the rebound.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Warriors leading by 9. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense. But their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
I think that's what's really great when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Here's DeRozan. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. DeRozan's got 17.
The offense is clicking for him this half. Absolutely clicking. I mean, everything on point and on target.
Curry kicks to Spates. A fadeaway and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. Johnson wide open. He fires. Misses the 3. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Outside Curry. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Toronto grabs the miss.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. 11 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's DeRozan. From the high post, he drills it. DeRozan's got 6 points in the quarter.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Barbosa for 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that's it. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Warriors leading by 7. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Scola. And it's Patterson in at the 5 down low. And stolen by Patterson. Here's Lowry. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And for Louis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career. Then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the 4. Off the bench, though, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
I think you were talking about Scola. He has the physical skills, Clark, to make a difference.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's not spectacular in anything, but he's really solid in just about everything. A pro's pro, and he adds value, tremendous value to any team he's on.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Barnes. And Scola pulls it down.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Ross with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Warriors leading by 5. Here is Livingston. That's a 2 from Barnes. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Johnson the screen. Lowry passes to Johnson. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Lowry drives in. 18 feet out. Raptors get it back. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket for Scola.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his third foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Joseph dishes to Scola. Here's Valanciunas up and in on the layup.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Curry against Lowry. There's the dish to Bogut. Back to Curry. Screen by Bogut. Here's Green. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. And the Warriors lead by 5.
How about Bogut doing a good job setting that screen?
Lowry has the open look. No luck. And Golden State will go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead early. Curry with it. Lowry picks him up. Bogut says a screen for Curry. He got right to the cup using that screen. And now a 7-point Warrior lead. The Raptors have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Toronto calls timeout. One of the stories here, Draymond Green getting it done today.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Joseph. Goes up off the inbound, and it comes off the front of the rim. Warriors leading by 7. Now Curry. Thompson left side. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Green kicks to Curry. Over Lowry. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists in the game. To the paint. Here's Scola. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Barnes passes to Green. To the middle. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Dishes a 2 to Rosen. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. Outside Curry. Deep three-point range, but he recovers it. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Raptors trail by 7. And here's Carroll. And good, he nails it. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Feeds it to Green. Out to Thompson. 3-pointer. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
And here are the Raptors now, trailing here by 8. Scola dishes to Carroll. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Thompson.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration. He's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
That's good.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
43 seconds left in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Here's Curry. He dishes it to Barnes. Back to Curry. They double-team Curry. 5 to shoot. Inside. And there's Bogut on the assist by Curry. And the Warriors lead by 8.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 8. There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
You summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios. Now here's Iguodala. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Draymond Green. He's not always known to make the big headlines or get a lot of media attention, but he does make the big plays, and he made them throughout this one. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoy.